Lieutenant Mia Nakamura's hands had been compressing the Marine's neck wound for 15 seconds. Blood was still seeping. Pulse was weakening. She needed 30 more seconds of pressure or the man would die. Then a bullet passed 6 inches from her head and punched through the metal wall. Mia didn't freeze, didn't panic, didn't even raise her head. She just held the pressure, counted the pulse, and knew one truth in her core. If she lost this Marine, 6 years of medical training meant nothing. Another round closer shredded Mia's medical kit. Someone was shouting, "DOC, get down!" But Mia couldn't move. Her hands were compressing the wound. The patient was dying. And outside, on the deck of the hijacked boat, 12 Somali pirates were trying to kill the SEALs. Mia felt the Beretta 9mm on her belt. She'd never fired it in combat, but today she would learn. Sometimes the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm, no longer applied. Sometimes you had to do harm to protect your patient. 18 hours earlier, USS Mercy hospital ship off the Somali coast. Lieutenant Mia Nakamura had been on her feet in the operating room for 14 hours. Third critical surgery. A Marine who'd lost his leg in an IED blast. Mia and her team had stabilized him, saved his life. Now that Marine, Corporal James Rodriguez, was in recovery, conscious, under pain meds, but alive. Mia stripped off her gloves, changed her scrubs, headed for the cafeteria. She needed coffee, needed sleep, but first she had to complete patient reports. She was 29 years old and had been a Navy combat medic for 6 years. Medical training at Johns Hopkins, then joined the Navy, then 3 deployments, Iraq, Afghanistan, now off Somalia. The USS Mercy was a hospital ship, 1,000 beds, 12 operating rooms, 80 doctors and nurses. It treated soldiers wounded in war zones. It was safe, protected, far from combat. Or it was supposed to be. In the cafeteria, sitting with other personnel, the alarm sounded. High, piercing, emergency broadcast. All hands, Mayday call received. Supply boat Lima 6 hijacked by armed pirates. 3 wounded patients aboard. 8 crew. Pirates demanding ransom. Rescue operation being planned. The cafeteria fell silent. Mia froze. Lima says she transferred 3 wounded Marines to that boat that morning. They were heading to a land base in Somalia. Stable patients, but critical. Daily treatment required. Now they were in the hands of pirates. Mia stood, ran to the operations center. Operations Center, USS Mercy. Commander Patricia Hayes, the ship's medical director, was arguing with officials around the table. 3 patients on that boat, she was saying. Rodriguez, leg amputation, high infection risk. Chen, abdominal surgery, internal stitches. Martinez, head trauma, concussion, all require daily care. If they're not treated within 48 hours, they die. Mia quietly finished, entering the room. Hayes turned to her. Lieutenant Nakamura, yes, we have 3 patients out there, and we have no plan to get them. Why not? Mia asked. Because Navy SEALs are preparing for hostage rescue, an intel officer explained. But they're not sending medical personnel. Too dangerous. The pirates are heavily armed, 40 people on the boat. Firefight guaranteed. Then I'll go, Mia said. The room stared at her. Lieutenant, Hayes said slowly, you're a surgeon, not a combat doctor. This is a combat operation. And those patients are my patients. Mia didn't back down. I operated on them. I stabilized them. And if I lose them, 6 years of training means nothing. The intel officer interjected. Ma'am, respectfully, the SEALs are sending 6 operators. Fast boat, board hijacked vessel, clear hostiles, rescue hostages. Fast, clean, efficient. But if medical personnel are there, you become a liability. They have to protect you. Wrong, Mia said sharply. If medical personnel aren't there, 3 patients die during the rescue. From shock, blood loss, complications. SEALs can rescue them but can't keep them alive. I can keep them alive, Hayes considered, then looked at the intel officer. Talk to the SEAL team leader. Ask if Lieutenant Nakamura can provide medical support. 30 minutes later, Mia stood on the USS Mercy's hangar deck, facing 6 Navy SEALs. The team leader, Senior Chief Petty Officer Marcus Kane, looked her up and down. "Ma'am," he said in a flat voice, "I read your file. Johns Hopkins, Combat Medicine Certification, 3 deployments. Impressive. But this is a hostage rescue. Combat zone. We are expecting heavy fire. Have you ever been in a firefight?" "No." Mia answered honestly. "Ever killed anyone?" "No. I save lives. I don't take them." Kane nodded. "Understood, and I respect that. But ma'am, if you come with us, we have to protect you, and that makes us slower, less lethal. So respectfully, this is a bad idea." Mia looked at him directly. "Senior Chief, 3 patients are out there, all critical, all requiring daily treatment. You can rescue them, but without me, they'll die during the rescue. Shock, blood loss, complications. Without me, mission fails." "And with you," Kane countered, "we have to protect a non-combatant in an active firefight." "Then make me a combatant," Mia said. She drew her Beretta 9mm, the standard sidearm every medic carried. "I'm range qualified, been carrying it for 6 years. Never fired it in combat, but I know how." Kane's teammates, 5 SEALs, each with 10+ years experience, looked at each other. "Ma'am," Kane said slowly, "range qualification isn't combat. You've never aimed at someone and pulled the trigger, never killed a real person. That's very different." "I know," Mia admitted, "but those 3 patients, Rodriguez, Chen, Martinez, they'll die without me. So you choose, carry a medic and bring 3 Marines home, or go alone and bring 3 bodies." Silence. One of Kane's teammates, a young petty officer with Diaz on his name tape, spoke. "Senior Chief, she's right. Those patients are criticals. We'll lose them during extraction without medical support." Kane considered, then looked at Mia. "All right, you're coming. But there are rules. 1. You stay behind us at all times. 2. Don't fire unless we tell you to. 3. If we say get down, you drop. Understood?" "Understood." "Good. Mission brief in 30 minutes. Insertion in 2 hours. Be ready." Mission briefing room. Kane showed the map. Target supply boat, Lima 6, 12 nautical miles off Somali coast. Pirates 40 strong, heavily armed, AKS, RPGS, crew-served weapons. 3 wounded Marines plus 8 crew as hostages. Plan: RIB boat approach. Night silent. Board boat clear hostiles, secure hostages, extract. Medical: Lieutenant Nakamura stabilizes patients during extraction. Timeline: patients go critical in 36 hours. We go now. Mia listened, took notes. Patient conditions, expected complications, medical supplies needed. Kane introduced his team. Senior Chief Kane, Team Leader Petty Officer Diaz, Breacher Petty Officer Jackson, Sniper Petty Officer Williams, Communications Petty Officer Chen, Heavy Weapons Petty Officer Brooks, Medic SEAL Corpsman. "Brooks will work with you," Kane explained. "He's combat medic, you're surgical." Tag team. Brooks, 30s, calm professional, nodded at Mia. "Ma'am, I do tactical medicine, combat first aid, trauma stabilization. You handle those patients' surgical needs. I can cover you." "Thanks," Mia said. 2 hours later, in the darkness of night, the RIB boat, rigid inflatable boat, departed the USS Mercy. 7 people, 6 SEALs, 1 medic. Mia wore body armor, 30-pound plate carrier, helmet, NVGS night vision goggles, Beretta on her belt, medical bag on her back, 40 pounds of supplies, 70 pounds of gear total. Heavy, but she could carry it. The RIB moved silently through the water under a moonless night. Target boat 30 minutes away. Mia thought she'd been a medic for 6 years, treated thousands of patients, hundreds of surgeries, saved lives, but never taken one. Today, maybe she would. And that thought, against the Hippocratic Oath, turned her stomach. "Ma'am." Brooks came beside her, spoke quietly. "First combat?" "Yes." "Scared?" "Yes." Brooks smiled. "Good. Fear keeps you alive. Just remember, you're out there to save 3 Marines. They're your patients. Do whatever it takes to protect them." "What if that means killing?" "Then you kill," Brooks said simply. "Combat medics have a saying, 'We save lives.' But we'll take yours to save theirs. Today, maybe you'll learn that." Target boat, 2:30 a.m. Lima 6 floated in the darkness, lights on deck, voices, pirates on patrol. Jackson, the sniper, scanned with thermal scope. 12 hostiles on deck, more inside probably, hostages below in cargo hold. "Medical supplies?" Kane asked. "Not visible. Hostages left alone." Kane gave the plan. Diaz, Kane, first board. Williams, Chanin, second. Jackson overwatch from RIB. Brooks, Nakamura last. After clearing, medical goes down. The RIB silently approached Lima 6. SEALs through climbing ropes, climbed up, silent, like ghosts. Mia waited in the RIB, heart racing, hands sweating. Then, gunfire, muffled suppressed weapons, but undeniable. "Clear, clear," Kane's voice on comms. "Medical board now." Brooks climbed up. Mia followed. The deck smelled like blood. 6 bodies on the ground. Pirates, headshots, professional kills. "Down." Kane pointed at the hatchway. "Cargo hold." Mia descended, medical bag heavy on her back. The cargo hold was dim, humid, smelled foul. And there, 3 Marines tied up, wounded, desperate. "Doc!" Rodriguez shouted. "Thank God!" Mia knelt beside them. Quick assessment. Rodriguez, amputation site infected, feverish, shock risk. Chen, abdominal stitches opened, possible internal bleeding. Martinez, cut on head, concussed, going in and out. "Okay," Mia said calmly, "we're taking you home. But first, I need to stabilize you." She cut the plastic cuffs, laid Rodriguez down, checked amputation site. Yes, infected. Started antibiotic IV. Examined Chen. Yes, stitches opened. Applied pressure bandage. Checked vitals. Martinez, concussion but stable. Put on neck support. Worked for 15 minutes. Focused. Methodical. Outside, SEALs cleared the boat. More gunfire, shouting, silence. Then Kane came down. "Doc, status?" Rodriguez critical but stabilizing. Chen dangerous, possible internal bleeding. Martinez okay. Need 30 more minutes. "Don't have 30 minutes, Kane said sharply. "More pirates coming. Hearing boat engines. 10 minutes to extract." "I can't move them in 10 minutes, Mia protested. "Then you stabilize while moving." Kane turned back up. Mia cursed, kept working, speeded Rodriguez's 4th, tightened Chen's bandage. Then, above, explosion. Big. RPG. "Contact," Kane shouted. "Multiple boats incoming." Defensive positions. Gunfire erupted. A KS. M4's chaos. Mia froze. Patients looked at her, fear in their eyes. "Doc," Rodriguez groaned. "What's happening?" "Attack," Mia said, then decided. "Stay here. Don't move." Ran up cargo hold ladder. The deck was hell. 3 boats, pirates approaching Lima 6 heavy fire. SEALs behind cover returning fire. Brooks was beside a SEAL, wounded, shot in the leg. "Doc!" Brooks shouted. "Tourniquet!" Mia ran toward him, rounds whizzing overhead. Kane shouted at her. "Nakamura, get down!" But Mia didn't drop. Reached Brooks. Knelt beside wounded SEAL Diaz. His leg was bleeding out. Femoral artery hit. "Tourniquet," Mia ordered. Brooks handed it to her. Mia applied it, tight, professional, life-saving, but Diaz was dying. Too much blood loss. "Stay with me," Mia whispered. Started 4, saline, trying to raise BP. Another RPG exploded. Closer. Shrapnel hit the deck. "Can't hold here," Chen shouted. "Too many hostiles." Kane radioed. "Mercy, emergency extract." "Hot LZ, repeat, HOTLZ. Mia checked Diaz's pulse. Weak, weakening. "No," she said. "No, no, no." Diaz's eyes focused, looked at Mia. "Doc, save the patients." Then he died. Mia's hands froze. First time she'd lost a patient in active combat. "Nakamura!" Kane grabbed her, shook her. "We gotta move. Now!" "But he's gone." The 3 Marines below. "Aren't! Move!" Mia snapped back. Right. Rodriguez, Chen, Martinez, still alive, still savable, ran down. "Cargo hold! Back to hook!" Rodriguez was lying down, bleeding. IV line had come loose. Amputation site bleeding again. Mia knelt, hands applied pressure. 15 seconds, 30, 45. Above. Gunfire intensifying. Someone shouted, "Breaching!" The door exploded. 3 pirates entered, AK-47s. First pirate saw Mia, raised weapon. Mia's right hand was still compressing Rodriguez's wound. Left hand went to the Beretta on her belt. She'd never fired in combat, never killed anyone. But now, in 3 seconds, she had to decide, save the patient or save herself. We save lives, but we'll take yours to save theirs. Mia drew the Beretta, aimed, fired. Once, twice, 3 times. First pirate dropped, chest shot. Second pirate fired, missed, past Mia's head. Mia fired at him, 4 shots, dropped him. Third pirate tried to flee. Mia shot him too, in the back. Silence. Mia's hands were shaking, Beretta smoking. Rodriguez stared at her, shocked. "Doc, you killed 3 people." Mia set the Beretta down. Hands returned to Rodriguez's wound. "Yes," she said quietly, "and now I'm saving you, because that's my job." Above, the SEALS cleared the last pirates. Kane came down, saw the 3 bodies. "Nakamura, you did this?" "Yes." Kane nodded respectfully. "Okay, patience." Rodriguez stable, Chen stable, Martinez stable. They can be moved. "Then we move them. Now." Helicopter arrived. Navy MH-60 door gunners providing suppressive fire. SEALs carried patients up. Mia checked each one, IVS secure, vital signs monitoring. Last man, Kane, pulled Mia into the helicopter. Lima 6 was left behind, burning, sinking. Helicopter returned to USS Mercy. Mia sat in the cargo bay, hands still covered in blood. Brooks came beside her. "Ma'am, first kill." "Yes, 3. "How do you feel?" Mia thought. "I don't know. Should feel bad, but they were trying to kill my patients, so I did what was necessary." "Right answer," Brooks said. "Combat medic's job, save lives, and if necessary, take lives to protect your patients." USS Mercy 6 hours later. Rodriguez, Chen, Martinez, all in recovery, stable, alive. Mia was in debriefing with Commander Hayes and Kane. "Lieutenant Nakamura," Hayes said, "your report says you killed 3 enemy combatants while protecting patients." "Yes, ma'am." "And you didn't hesitate." "No, ma'am, they were trying to kill my patients." "I stopped them," Kane interjected. "Commander, respectfully, Lieutenant Nakamura saved 3 Marines, killed 3 hostiles defending them, and provided mission-critical medical care during an active firefight. This is Bronze Star behavior." Hayes nodded. "Agreed. Lieutenant, I'm recommending you for the Bronze Star with Valor." "Ma'am, that's not necessary." "It is," Hayes said sharply. "You're a medic. Your job is to heal, not kill. But today, you did both. And 3 Marines are alive because of you." Kane added, "Ma'am, my team wants to say something. We're calling her Combat Doc now, because she's not just a medic, she's a warrior who heals." 3 weeks later, Bronze Star ceremony on the deck of USS Mercy. Mia stood at attention. Admiral pinned the medal on her chest. The citation read, "Displayed extraordinary courage in action against the enemy, eliminated 3 enemy combatants while protecting patients, and provided critical medical care under intense fire." But what Mia truly valued was after the ceremony, when Rodriguez, Chen, and Martinez approached her. "Doc," Rodriguez said, "you saved us. And we heard You killed 3 pirates protecting us." "I did what was necessary," Mia said simply. "No," Chen corrected. "You did what a warrior does. We owe you our lives." Martinez added, "The SEALS told us something. Most medics save lives. Combat Doc saves lives while taking others. You're our combat doc." That night, in her quarters, Mia looked at her Beretta. She'd cleaned it, reloaded it. 3 rounds missing, 3 lives taken, 3 lives saved. The Hippocratic Oath said, "First, do no harm." But in combat, sometimes harm was necessary to protect your patients. And Mia had learned that. She was a medic. But now she wasn't just a medic. She was combat doc. And that changed everything.